Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, October 18. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has confirmed that more zones of special operations, ZOSOs, will be declared as government moves to restore peace in communities across the island. The Prime Minister made the declaration in the House of Representatives this Tuesday.
Basically, the two zones that we have are what we would call now the test cases. We have had a year and some months to study them, to see the shortfalls, to see what legislative changes need to be made. And yes, to answer the questions, there are more zones coming.
Explaining why other zones have not yet been established, Mr. Holness pointed out that each ZOSO is a major undertaking that requires significant manpower and financial resources to execute the dual security and social welfare interventions.
I've said in this House on many occasions that we have identified so far 20 communities. It takes serious planning. It means that you have to increase your recruitment both in the army and in the police. We have to make budgetary allocations. The Minister of Finance already knows what the outlay will be.
The Prime Minister made the comments as he successfully led two parliamentary resolutions to extend the Mount Salem ZOSO and the St. James state of public emergency. Jamaica will be signing new air service agreements with the governments of Slovenia, the Kingdom of Morocco, the Bahamas, and South Africa. Information Minister Senator Ruel Reid announced Cabinet's approval of the signings on Wednesday. He was addressing the post-Cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House.
Cabinet took special note of the outcome of the International Civil Aviation Organization ICAO Air Services Agreement, which since 2008 had provided states with an avenue to conduct air services negotiations or consultations. This is important in negotiating direct flights to Jamaica.
Jamaica has participated in 16 air service agreement negotiation sessions since 2008. Government will be spending $116.8 million over 4 years on a comprehensive review of Jamaica's education system. This follows Cabinet's approval for the country to participate in the Program for International Student Assessment, PISA, in the year 2021.
PISA is a triennial survey designed to evaluate and benchmark education systems through the assessment of science and reading skills. It focuses on the ability of students to apply unfamiliar context and facilitates the gathering of information pertaining to the education system and ultimately assists in enriching data analysis.
PISA will evaluate and rank Jamaica's education system against other countries. Pointing to the need for such an intervention, Portfolio Minister Senator Ruel Reid said the last comprehensive review of the education system was assigned to a task force established in 2004. Students at Hazard Primary School in Clarendon will have access to a new entrance, bus bay and sidewalk early next month. This is a part of the X Marks the Spot initiative, where government has partnered with UNICEF and the JN Foundation to build sidewalks and road signs across 18 schools. The project will be executed over 4 years at a cost of close to $1 million. Following a briefing with stakeholders of the Road Safety Initiative on Wednesday, Minister without Portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister, Mike Henry, said students would benefit greatly from the project.
And it's taking it beyond the relativity of just crossing the street safely. It's taking it into how you integrate culture, how you integrate history, how you integrate the development, which should be so important to us all, but is not necessarily done.
Participating schools were selected after child road safety assessment was done to identify zones where children are most vulnerable to incidents of road traffic crashes, injuries, and fatalities. The Caribbean Poison Information Network, CARPIN, is calling for a ban or reduction in the use of lead in locally manufactured paints. The group is also seeking a restriction on the importation of paints containing lead. Poison Information Coordinator Sharika Whitelock Ballingsing says a petition on the matter will be made to the government during the observance of International Lead Poisoning Week. The week runs from October 22 to 26. Ms. Whitelock Balling-Singh says a report on the level of lead in paints in Jamaica will also be released to the government and for public viewing during the week. The study, which informs that report, was done between July and September and is part of a broader focus to build awareness that lead poisoning is irreversible and children are more at risk.
Children are not affected when the paint is in the tin itself or in the can. They're affected when the paint is dripping on the wall, when persons are refurbishing and they scrape the paint away and the paint dust, and sometimes the peeling from the wall, they'll ingest the paint or they consume it.
Ms. Whitelock Balling-Singh was speaking at a JIS think tank on Tuesday. As part of International Lead Poisoning Week, a public forum will be held on October 25 at the University of Technology. And finally, it's history for Jamaica once more as the Reggae Girls qualify for the 2019 World Cup in France. The girls secured their place after beating out Panama in a steamy penalty shootout at the Toyota Stadium in Frisco, Texas. This success mirrors that of the 1998 World Cup qualifier of the Reggae Boys and makes Jamaica the first Caribbean country to ever qualify for a senior FIFA Women's World Cup. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has hailed the girls' historic win, saying it symbolizes the culmination of years of hard work and dedication by the team and management. Sport Minister Olivia Grange is also celebrating the achievement.
This is a glorious day. Words cannot describe this historic achievement by the Reggae Girls, who through sheer grit and determination in a game in which both teams went all out for victory, Jamaica came out victorious.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.